Hello, and welcome to Read Us a Story. What shall we read today? How about Peppa Pig, Peppa the Pirate? Peppa and her friends are at Danny Dog's house. They are playing pirates. Yo ho ho! Shouts Pirate Peppa. Hello, says Pedro Pony. Yee-haw! Peppa smiles. Pedro has come dressed up as a cowboy. Grandad Dog arrives. He is in charge of the pirates today. Ahoy there, me hearties, he shouts. If you want to play a game, say Arr! Ah! Say the children. Grandad Dog claps his hands. It's time for a pirate treasure hunt. Grandpa Pig has taken my treasure, says Grandad Dog. Will you help me get it back again? Yes, shout Peppa and her friends. The pirates are on their way. To win the game, they must go to Grandpa Pig's hideout and get the golden treasure without being caught. The pirates run down to Grandad Dog's boat. They put on their life jackets and climb aboard. Anchors away, shouts Grandad Dog. Full sail! Aye, aye, replied Peppa and her friends. The pirates sail across the water to Grandpa Pig's orchard. Land ahoy! Cries Grandad Dog. The mummies are waiting to greet them. Hooray for pirates! Cheers Mrs. Dog. Shh, Mummy, whispers Danny. Grandpa Pig will hear you. The pirates sneak into the orchard. They stay very, very quiet. I hope there are no pirates around here, says Grandpa Pig, trying to take my lovely treasure. Danny tries not to giggle. Peppa and Susie Sheep tiptoe up to some treasure. They get it down without being caught. Susie unwraps the first golden coin. It's made of chocolate, she gasps. Yummy, says Peppa. Peppa and her friends get all the chocolate coins without being caught. Well done, shipmates, says Grandad Dog. I love playing pirates, says Peppa. Ah! A jolly pirates we that sail the deep blue sea to find a golden treasure. Full sail ahoy, yippee! And that was Peppa Pig, Peppa the Pirate. How about Peppa Pig, Peppa's best sleepover? Peppa and Mandy Mouse are having a sleepover at Peppa's house. We're going to put on a show with our teddies, build a magical den and have a giant feast, says Peppa. Yes, cheers Mandy. It's going to be the best sleepover ever, finishes Peppa. Can we have some craft things to make a stage, please? Asks Peppa. Of course, says Mummy Pig. She brings Peppa and Mandy everything they need, then helps them to make a stage. Peppa and Mandy put on a show with their teddies. Bravo! Oh yeah! Ooh! Cheers Daddy Pig. After the show, Peppa and Mandy start building their magical den. Mummy, Daddy, can you help us, please? Says Peppa. What's the matter, Peppa? Asks Daddy Pig. I can't get my sleeping bag out, says Peppa. And the fairy lights are all tangled up, Mandy adds. With a little help from Daddy Pig, Peppa and Mandy finish their den. They have lots of fun being princesses in the den until... my tummy is rumbling, says Peppa. Mine too, says Mandy. Time for our feast, says Peppa. Yippee! Cheers, Mandy. Peppa and Mandy head to the kitchen. Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig and George are already busy baking.
"Would you like to join us, Princess Mandy and Princess Peppa?"
says Daddy Pig.
"We're making a giant feast."
"Ooh, yes, please!" cheer Peppa and Mandy. Peppa and Mandy go back to the den and tuck into their feast. "Yummy!" says Peppa. "Delicious!" says Mandy. After the feast, Mummy Pig helps Peppa, Mandy and George brush their teeth. Daddy Pig reads Peppa, Mandy and George a special bedtime story.
"I wonder what you will dream about tonight,"
he says, closing the book. Peppa says, "I think we're going to dream about the best sleepover ever!" finishes Mandy. Everyone laughs. Mummy and Daddy Pig tuck Peppa into her sleeping bag. "Thank you," she whispers.
"You're welcome, Peppa,"
say Mummy and Daddy Pig together. But Peppa and Mandy have already fallen fast asleep. Everyone loves sleepovers. Peppa loves sleepovers. And that was Peppa Pig, Peppa's best sleepout. Peppa Pig, Peppa's happy Halloween. It is Halloween and Peppa and her friends are at playgroup. "Welcome to my Halloween pick-a-treat," says Madame Gazelle in a spooky voice. "Ooh!" gasp the children. "What's that?" "I've set up some Halloween games and crafts for you," says Madame Gazelle. "After each one, you may pick a treat." Outside, Madame Gazelle hands the children pumpkin buckets to collect their treats in. "This is going to be the best Halloween ever!" cheers Peppa. As the children reach the playground, they are amazed. It is filled with Halloween stalls and decorations. At the first stall, Peppa and her friends have to guess who is hiding in the spooky costumes.
"Guess boo,"
says a voice from under a sheet. "Daddy," says Peppa, "I can see your glasses."
"Guess boo,"
says another ghost. "Daddy," says Gerald Giraffe, "I can see your arms."
"Well done, everyone," says Daddy Pig. "You can all pick a treat."
The next stall has a game called mummy wrapping. "Who can wrap up the mummy like a mummy?" says Miss Rabbit. "Ready, steady, go!" Peppa and Susie Sheep race to see who can finish wrapping their mummy in bandages first. It's lots of fun. "Now, pick a treat," says Miss Rabbit. Next, the children make some funny monsters. "My monster is looking at me," says Peppa, "with all 4 eyes."
"What a marvellous monster," says Grandpa Pig. "Would you like to pick a treat, Peppa?" asks Granny Pig.
"Yes, please," says Peppa. Grampy Rabbit is running the magical broomstick stall. The children take turns to ride up and down on the broomstick. "I am flying on a broom," sings Peppa, "all the way to the moon."
"Great flying, Peppa," says Grampy Rabbit. It's time to pick a treat. The children have lots of spooky fun collecting all their treats. When they have tried everything, they run up to Madame Gazelle together.
It's your turn, Madame Gazelle,
says Peppa, holding out her pumpkin bucket. What do I do? asks Madame Gazelle.
Pick a treat,
cry Peppa and her friends. Then they each give one of their treats to Madame Gazelle. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you, says Madame Gazelle. Happy Halloween!
Thank you,
says Peppa.
This Halloween was the best Halloween ever!
Cheer all the playgroup friends. And that was Peppa Pig. Peppa's Halloween Party.
About Peppa Pig, Peppa's Playdate. Today, Peppa is having a playdate at her house. Peppa has invited Mandy Mouse and Pandora and Peggy, the panda twins. Why don't you get some toys out, Peppa, says Mummy Pig. Think about what your friends might like to play with. But I don't know what my friends will want to do. Sighs Peppa, getting lots of toys out of the cupboard to take downstairs.
Don't worry, Peppa,
says Daddy Pig.
I'll set up some crafts for you to do.
And I'll set up some games for you to play, says Mummy Pig. Daddy Pig lays out all the craft things on the table.
Perfect,
he says. They'll love these, says Mummy Pig, setting up all the games in the living room. Ding dong! Just then, the doorbell rings. They're here! Shouts Peppa, running to the door. Peggy, Pandora and Mandy all go into Peppa's house. Do you have a garden, Peppa? Asks Mandy. Yes, says Peppa. Great, says Mandy. Come on, everyone, let's go outside. The friends go to the garden and play lots of games. They play a game of princesses, pirates and giant. Uh-oh, gasps Peggy. I see the shadow of a big bad giant. Ah! Everyone shouts.
Snacks, anyone?
Says Daddy Pig. Oh, it's you, Daddy, says Peppa. We thought you were a giant. This playdate is the best, and we want to stay here all day, says Pandora. Yes, we want to stay here all day, repeats Peggy. It's time for Mandy, Pandora and Peggy to go home, calls Mummy Pig. Oh, everyone sighs. But we didn't do your crafts, Daddy, says Peppa, or play Mummy's games.
That's okay. You made your own fun, didn't you? Says Daddy Pig.
Yes! Everyone cheers. When Mandy, Peggy and Pandora all go home, Peppa asks, Can I have my friends over for a playdate tomorrow, Mummy? Says Mummy Pig, looking at the mess. How about next week?
Or you could go to Mandy's house for a playdate,
suggests Daddy Pig. Great idea, says Mummy Pig. Peppa loves playdates. Everyone loves playdates. And that was Peppa's Playdate about Peppa Pig, Peppa's Muddy Puddle Walk. Peppa and George are visiting Granny and Grandpa Pig. It's Muddy Puddle Walk Day, says Peppa. What's that? Asks Granny Pig. It's a sponsored walk with playgroup, says Peppa. We're going to jump in muddy puddles all the way. Splat,
shouts George.
The walk is to raise money to help people,
explains Peppa.
And to get really, really muddy.
I love getting muddy, says Grandpa Pig. Can Granny Pig and I come along too?
Yes,
says Peppa.
Madame Gazelle says that having lots of people will make the walk even more fun.
Shall I bring this giant chocolate cake I made? Asks Granny Pig. We can sell it at the walk.
Yes, please,
says Peppa.
Miss Rabbit has a cake stall.
Oh, sighs Grandpa Pig. I was rather hoping I could have a slice.
But, Grandpa,
says Peppa,
it will help us to raise money.
As everyone puts on their boots and gets ready for the walk, Peppa sings a song.
Who loves muddy puddles? We do, we do. Who loves muddy puddles? We do, we do. Daddy and Mummy, me and George, we're all going on a muddy puddle walk. Have you got your boots on? We do, we do. Have you got your boots on? We do, we do. Granny and Grandpa, me and George, we're all going on a muddy puddle walk.
When they arrive, Granny Pig takes her cake to Miss Rabbit's cake stall. Then Madame Gazelle asks everyone to head to the starting line. Now, says Madame Gazelle, has everyone got their boots on?
Yes!
Everyone cheers. Okay. Ready? Steady. Go! Calls Madame Gazelle. Grandpa Pig reaches a very deep, muddy puddle.
Jump in it, Grandpa!
Cries Peppa. Okay, says Grandpa Pig. He jumps straight into the very deep, muddy puddle.
Splat! Squelch!
Everyone gets very jumpy, jumping in all the muddy puddles. At the end of the walk, Peppa and her family each get a sticker and a certificate. Fantastic news, everyone, says Madame Gazelle. We've raised lots of money! Hooray! Everybody cheers.
Granny,
says Peppa.
Where's Grandpa gone?
I don't know, Peppa, says Granny Pig. Grandpa Pig arrives carrying Granny Pig's chocolate cake. All that jumping made me a bit peckish, he says. So I bought this. Anyone fancy a slice? Everyone laughs. Peppa loves Muddy Puddle Walk Day. Everyone loves Muddy Puddle Walk Day. And that was Peppa Loves Muddy Puddle Walk. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure and like the video. And remember, you can always subscribe to the channel at Read Us a Story. Thanks. Bye!